Thursdays, everybody have extra devotion for the gurus. What about other days? What happened on other days? Got a little bit, Monday for Murugan, Tuesday for Aman and all right. But come Thursday, it's a Guru day. Well, okay. Baba is an avatar. Baba is an avadut. Baba to us is a great saint. But what's so great about Baba? What's so special about Baba? What are the teachings of Baba? There are a lot of teachings of Baba. One of it is Shraddha. Shraddha. Another of teaching is Saburi. Shraddha, the meaning of Shraddha is have faith in me. Have faith in Baba. Okay? The other one, Saburi. In Bahasa Melayu we say Sabar. Patience. எது செஞ்சாலும் ஒரு பொறுமை இருக்கணும். You must have patience in anything you do. சில பேருக்கு வந்து இனி கல்யாணம் பண்ணா நாளைக்கு பிள்ளைய பத்துக்கணும்வாங்க. Cannot wait 9 months, too long. You know? So, in everything we do, there is a law of nature. There is a law of karma. So, Saburi is one of Baba's teaching. Yeah? So, there are several teachings of Baba and Baba Sai Sacharitarana ஒரு சொல்லியிருக்கார் பாருங்களேன். My treasure is full and overwhelming, but no one is asking for it. You know, my treasure is full and overwhelming and no one is asking for it. But before I give to someone, I will have to see whether the person is qualified or not. So what is the meaning of qualifying to get Baba's blessings? One of it is to strictly follow Baba's teachings. What are the Baba's teachings? Today I would like to invite Dr. Neil, Brother Neil, who will explain to you the teachings of Shirdi Sai Baba. Please put your hands together to welcome Brother Neil. Sai Baba.
Namaste. So this is my third speech in this temple and next Thursday I won't be here. I might come back next year again. So what I want to tell you is that in the first speech I bored you with my family story because they wanted me to tell my family story. That was the first time I told my family story. In the second speech I told you what yoga means because that is my main subject of study, what yoga means. And then at the end of that speech I told you that what you are doing here is called Bhakti Yoga, and Bhakti Yoga is one branch of yoga which is the most profound branch of yoga. So all of you are performing what is called Bhakti Yoga. So today is my last speech and they wanted to know what I will like to speak on. So because my last speech was on Bhakti Yoga, I decided that I will today speak on Sai Baba's teachings because you are all doing Bhakti Yoga with Sai Baba as your deity. So Sai Baba taught the whole life to people and they asked me to teach that whole thing in 15 minutes. So I had to be very fast in telling you what Sai Baba told. So as you know that Bhakti Yoga deals with that you have to connect to one ideal or one deity or one symbol, and then you have to devote completely, you have to devote your body, mind and spirit to that symbol. So when you surrender to that symbol or that deity, then whatever is the practice, that is called Bhakti Yoga. And as a result of this, you will get the final goal of human life, which is called moksha. That means you will be liberated. So as you know that Shirdi Sai Baba, he was a great saint, and the greatness of the saint is that it is like a sea of knowledge. That means the saint is able to guide all type of yogis. So saint is generally appreciated by the bhakti yogis, but the saint also guides people who are doing hatha yoga or raja yoga or meditation or all kinds of practices. So the saint is like a very very big ship which is able to carry different kinds of passengers. So Sai Baba was one of such saints, and he was incarnation of Dattatreya, which was the topic they wanted me to speak on. But I think I will do that next year. So yesterday was Dattatreya's birthday. Now, what I want to tell you today is that Sai Baba generally did not give any speeches like I am doing now. So Sai Baba spoke in Marathi language, and he spoke very casually with the people, as if he is not teaching them anything. But he had many devotees, including some extreme scholars were there. So he had many scholarly devotees in his collection, and what they did was they wrote down what is said in short form. So some of those poems are very famous. So today I will tell you one poem and only few lines of that poem, and I will explain to you only few lines of that poem. From that you can get some understanding of what Baba wanted to teach, and the rest of that I will do it next year if you are interested, or you can contact me and I will tell you. So what I am telling you in this poem are the actual words of the Sai Baba. They are not modified words. So what he is saying is directly in the Marathi language, and those are written in a poem form. So I will sing those few lines first, and then I will explain to you what they say. Om Shri Ganeshaya Namaha. Om Shri Sai Nathaya Namaha. Sarvatra Varala Parameshwara, तो नाही हा खोटा विचार, तैसाच निश्चय साचार, सकलाधार तो एक, उत्पन्न करी तोची सकळ, करी सकळांचा सांभाळ, मोठा करुणी देई बळ, तोची काळ होई खरा, नहाले झाडाचेही पान, जरी इच्छान करील नारायण, शांत ठेवणी असावे मन, मर्जी सांभाळून तयाची, ईश्वराची अगाध लीला, तर्किता तर्कही वेडावला, अघटित घटना सकला, फक्त एकला जाणतो. ओम शांती शांती शांती. So these are the first four verses from that poem. That poem is much bigger than this. So before I start explaining, I want you to understand this, that in the Bhakti Yoga you are supposed to connect yourself with a deity, and then your connection with that deity should become stronger and stronger. So generally you should only choose one deity, and you will be able to do worship of other deities together with other people to celebrate. But generally in Bhakti Yoga you will become a devotee of only one deity, and your connection should become totally steadfast. Now you will find that in the Bhakti Yoga many people, they perform worship of their deity. They have lamps, or they have flowers, etc. And that is all fine. That is all that you want to appreciate and you want to show that. But the real devotion of that saint, especially the saint, that kind of deity, is when you start following the teachings of that deity. So in case of saint, you should try to follow the teachings of that saint as a part of Bhakti Yoga, not only do the worship. Generally we do the worship of Ganesh, Shiva, etc. because we cannot meet them. So that is very difficult to meet Ganesh, Shiva. But in case of saints, the good thing is that you are able to meet them either through directly, or if you are very lucky like I was, you will be directly able to meet them. But otherwise, at least through the teachings of them written in books, etc., you will be able to meet them. So you should really try to follow those teachings, and that's why I chose this topic. Okay, so the first verse is saying that सर्वत्र भरला परमेश्वर तो नाही हा खोटा विचार तैसाचे निश्चय साचार सकला धार तो एक. So you will find that whenever you experience anything, whether it is a material object or anything, for example teaching or something like that, you will find that that is created by something. For example, this rug is, now you are able to see this rug here. So naturally you know that there was somebody who put this rug here. And then you also know that somebody created that rug, maybe in some Arabian country or Iranian country. So this way you know that, you know, sir, please.
Oh, sorry, sir.
So you will know that behind everything which you experience in the life, there is something behind that. Like you see this girl is there now. So you know that that girl definitely has a mother who gave birth to that girl. So what he is saying is Sarvatra Bharala Parameshwara to nahi. So Sakala Dharak means everything what you see in this universe, apart from this universe, apart from everything in this universe, whether material, people, animals, trees, everything, there has to be somebody else who is the basis of this universe. Sakala Dharato Eka. Now, because he is the basis of the entire universe, so he has to be everywhere. Like this girl, she will be with her mother, another girl will be with her mother. But if there is one girl, one mother, which gave rise to all the children, so that mother has to be everywhere with those children. Similarly, he is saying that there is definitely something, and that we call Parameshwar, and it is occupying every place, and it is definitely the basis of this entire universe. Now the only problem we are having is that we are not able to see that Parameshwar, and in a way that is very good, because as soon as you see that Parameshwar, you will lose the importance of that Parameshwar. So you will find that everything what you don't have, for example, if you do not have Mercedes car, then you will feel this very important. But as soon as you get that Mercedes car, you will lose that importance of that car. So therefore, it is not possible for a human being to see the Parameshwar with the eyes, or touch that Parameshwar with your skin. So Parameshwar is not visible because of this reason that he is the basis of everything. So this is the meaning of the first word. Now the second verse is उत्पन्न करी तोची सकळ करी सकळांचा सांभाळ मोठा करून देई पळ तोची काळ होई घरा. So he is saying that the entire thing what is happening in the universe is created by that Parameshwar. So that Parameshwar becomes responsible for taking care of everything. Like this girl, her mother will be responsible for taking care of this girl. We are not responsible for taking care of this girl. So this Parameshwar, because they have created this entire universe, that Parameshwar is responsible for this entire universe. So you don't have to worry about it too much, because something happens somewhere. We are unnecessarily worried about, like currently in Ukraine and Russia there is a war. Now actually we cannot do anything sitting here, because we are neither a Russian citizen or a prime minister or something like that. The maximum we can give is some donation.
to the people there, and you are not sure whether that donation will reach the Russian people. But whatever it is, we are worried about many things which are not in our control at all. But Parmeshwar is the one who is responsible for this. So if you want, you should really pray or connect to that Parmeshwar. Then only he will listen to you and take care of those things. So that is the second verse. उत्पन्न करी तोची सकळ, करी सकळांचा सांभाळ, मोठा करुनी देई बळ, तोची काळ होई खरा. तोची काळ होई खरा means only that Parmeshwar, काळ means time, and everything is decided by the time. So when I was born, the time is deciding when I will be dying. I cannot decide that. So the time is the one which is deciding which country will become economically better, which country will go down, which president will come up, and which president will be going to jail. It will be decided by the time only. So time is kind of a god who is deciding these things. So he is saying, Tochi kaala hoi kara. That means the real decision is made by the Parameshwar. उत्पन्न करी तोची सकळ, करी सकळांचा सांभाळ, मोठा करुनी देई बळ, तोची काळ होई खरा. Now this is the last verse which I will explain because my time limit is over, I think. न हाले झाडाचेही पान, जरी इच्छान करील नारायण, शांत ठेवूनी असावे मन, मर्जी सांभाळून तयाची. So he says that everything in the universe, including how many leaves will be on the tree and which leaves will fall down, which leaves will get dried, all this is only controlled by the Parameshwar. So therefore, whenever you want something or whatever your troubles are, you should try to keep your mind peaceful and you should only connect with the Parameshwar. You should connect with the Parameshwar and he will give you whatever is needed for you automatically. So in the Bhakti Yoga, in the Sai Baba's teachings, he is telling that you should directly connect with the Parameshwar and not with any other gurus in between. Directly connect with the Parameshwar. From Guru, you can only get a knowledge. You can get a knowledge of the Parameshwar from the Guru. But you should directly connect with the Parameshwar and stick to it, and you should keep yourself peaceful while doing it. And then there are further verses which I am not explaining to you now. But it says that there will be problems. But the problems are created by the Parameshwar. But ultimately that Parameshwar's goal is to give you a complete happiness. And the complete happiness comes only by moksha. It doesn't come by Mercedes car or by getting lot of wealth. Lot of wealth will give you some conveniences. You can buy sweets, etc. But ultimately you will not get the happiness, total happiness. So he is saying that you should connect to the Parameshwar, stay connected with the Parameshwar, and he will completely take care of you. So this is what I want to tell today. And now I will conclude it with one prayer of peace, which is from Upanishad. So this is a different way of chanting. Om Shri Ganeshaya Namaha. Om Bhadram Karnebhih Shrunayama Devaha. Bhadram Pashyemakshabhiryajatraha. Shirairangaistustvansastanoभिः Vyashema Devahitayadayuः. Om Swasti na Indro Vriddashravaha. Swasti na Pusha Vishvavedaha. Swasti nastaksho Arishtanemihi. Swasti no Brihaspatirdadadu. Om Tanma Avadu Tadvaktaram Avadu Avadu Mam Avadu Vaktaram. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Thank you.